Hello, Aldo.
Hi, Simon.
So I'm here with the main man from AudioWireless, and he's going to give us a little tour today at the IPS 2024, and he's going to show us everything new and exciting in the world of AudioWireless. So Aldo, take it away, sir.
Okay, what we have this year, we have a new, good-looking two-zone antenna combiner and distribution module. It's ergonomically designed. This product meant to be sitting on a trolley or a cart, and menu system is facing towards you. As you can see, all four antennas are active, indicated by the LEDs, and active antenna powering are on, and also on the menu, as well as RF distribution. You have DC power distribution as well, which happens to be powering another small distribution box, which we will talk shortly. And as you can see, it's a menu-driven system. Everything can be, each antenna input can be individually adjusted to suit the demand, from plus gain to attenuation. It's a very flexible unit, custom-made, CNC machined. And if you want to turn it off, as you can see, the powering unit also went off. If you want to turn it on, come on, they're both on.
So the power through then is connected from the master to whatever it's powering on?
Yes, yes. So that's the, now it's called antenna combiner 2 to 4. That means 2 times 2 in for 2 zone and 2 times 4 for output into racks or individual receivers. You can do anything with it. And this unit happens to be between 470-700 meg, but we manufacture custom-made filtering anywhere between 470 all the way to DME band 1164.
So that's the new Mark III DA-DMs.
No, the name DA-DM is now changed, made it more simple. What the unit is, it's an antenna combiner. So it's AC 2 to 4.
So while this is a development from the DA-DMs, the follow-on, it is now kind of effectively a new name, AC 224 in this case.
Rather than DA-DM, Diversity Antenna Distribution Module styling, it's AC 2 to 4.
So tell us a little bit about the form factors slightly changed in this.
Yes.
So you have the older ones here where you have the connections to the front, as well as the connection, and then the screen on the top / side.
Yeah.
Whereas in this one,
where the new range, new family, is screen is at the front, because that's what people in the industry they wanted. They said, "Can we have it at the front?" So we listened. We said, "Yeah, here you are. You asked for it. Here you are." It's going to sit on a cart or a trolley, and you're going to be able to see at one glance all the information you need.
And you have this beautiful new large screen here as well.
Yes, and as you can see, the other units, you can actually change the color to suit the daylight to your choice, because I was told some people are colorblind.
So we have a black and white mode for darkness.
Yeah, and if you look at here, you have same unit, black background with green, and that unit with white with black. You can change it like, I'm not sure if my hand is in the way.
So the screen colors are user definable.
Yeah. Let's do this. and brightness. Here we are.
That's wonderful.
We can change brightness depending on where you are. Brightness, let's hit it. Probably with the white background, you can't really tell that much, but believe me, it has changed. So, here, look at the comparison. I changed the brightness, and look at top unit. You can actually see the brightness.
It's quite considerable.
Yep.
It's good that you can dull it out though, so when you're in a darkened set, you don't necessarily have a large amount of light that's polluting, if you will.
Yeah.
Plus it's just better for the eyes once you've adjusted anyway.
Yeah, definitely. So that's the antenna combiner, 2x 2 zone and 2x4 out. And then if we move on, we have a new look again. This is with the feedback from the users. What they wanted was to have their antenna distribution module, to have the antennas on top, the unit sitting in their sound bag that way, because once you've done the antennas with the right angle SMA to the receivers and powered it, it sits in the sound bag, and usually it never gets out of your sound bag. Again, this is from the feedback we had. Everybody said, let's have the display looking at us rather than the old displays which were on top there. So that the advantage, once the distribution box in your sound bag, you connect all your outputs into your receivers, and it sits at the back, at the bottom of your sound bag. And the antennas connected either to your bow ties, or if you want to change them and put high gain antennas, it's very quick to undo them. And all the controls are at the front panel. So at one glance, you can actually see your settings, what you have done, and you have LEDs also indicating that you are externally powering your active antennas. You can set the gain of each antenna input independently. You have voltmeter, and this one happens to be 47608 megahertz, but we do custom-made frequency ranges like with all our equipment. The small, neat, custom-made design.
So this is the AD224.
Again, the name became antenna distribution 2x1 and 2x4 output antenna distribution system.
And the AD224.
And this is
the AC224.
AC224 antenna combiner, 2x2 in, 2x4 output.
Let's have a little look at the back here.
Yeah.
The form factor on the AD224 is very, very small.
Yep. Very small, lightweight. And then we have from 4-way into 6-way, which is exactly in the same format, but because of number of output connectors, it's slightly wider.
So then we have the AD226.
AD226, that means 2 antennas for diversity, and then 2x6 for the receivers as output. In the same format, the menu system. This one is a multi-band model. So you have 20 odd bands to suit. This is a semi-broadband design on purpose. not the narrow band, which we will come to shortly. As you can see, the frequency range, depending on type of equipment you have, brand, model, what frequencies are available for you, you can just select one that suits you. As you can see, it changes, and then you go into narrower or wider, depending on your location, your frequency ranges, and so on. And so this unit simply from 470 to 718 megahertz, filters are selectable through the soft menu for further protection.
So once again we have the new screen, which is kind of standard now for the new range.
New range, all Employed uses the same.
And it seems like you spent some time thinking about the user interface, the way it's facing you with unobstructed buttons, unobstructed power on buttons.
Yep. This is all users' experience that we talk with our users and they express their wish, and we done it. Again, it's a custom design box, and I forgot to mention you have 6 DC Hirose output. Every single output is individually fused, reverse bias protected. Individually, they can be turned on and off from the menu. As you can see, active antenna in the similar way. We can turn it all on off. They went off, it says off. They go on, it comes on. So you got active powering available, regulated 12 volts, which is
going back to the individually powered on outputs.
Yeah.
I found this to be an incredibly useful feature because when you have a bag with multiple units in and you take one out, being able to turn the power to that lead off and leave everything powered in means you don't get any complications with shorting that can take place with loose cables and stuff on the car and the bag.
You need to hunt yourself to find out which cable is it. Unless you are very disciplined and you color every single cable, which is nice, then you need to find the other end, same color. Oh, is that the one I want to turn off? So this one, it's nicely engraved. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Let's have a look at the back there as well.
And then you have 2x6 outputs for diversity operation.
That's excellent.
So that's something that I am sure it will please number of people nicely sitting in the bag. Lovely. I'm proud to present it.
And do you want to take us on a little tour of the rest of the store? It's always good to see the stuff.
These are previous Mark 1 6-way. These are single frequency. These is still in production. And this is 8-way, same, with the external powering facility. It's still in production, but the new range is coming along. Then, when we move to our digitally tuned antenna distribution modules, this unit is narrowband RF, digitally tuned in 24 megahertz bandwidth, all the way from 470 to 702 megahertz, with active antenna powering. And this input, this Hirose actually can be configured from the menu. It can be input or output, as well as you have another DC output there. So sometimes you want to power it from the other side, you can just take that one and plug it on that side.
Give us a little look at the tuning facility you just mentioned.
Yeah, it works on a very easy, once you get used to, a dial switch, believe it or not. So that is digitally tuned, and it has got two modes of operation. One mode has got 3 high-pass filter and 3 low-pass filter, which gives you 9 combination of 9 semi-broadband frequency bands. And then the other mode is digitally tuned, which gives you, it's available in 24 megahertz bandwidth, 32 megahertz bandwidth, and 48 megahertz bandwidth.
Let's give us a little spin through the menu on that.
Yeah.
Because that'll be excellent.
So it says select mode, DT mode. All right. So we are in digitally tuned mode. DT, it's one of AudioWireless short for digitally tuned. And if you move there, DT mode band 1, it says 470, 494. That's 24 meg. And it's very easy. Look, you just go zip, very quickly. It went all the way. You don't have to press any button, just dial the switch. It went 590, 614, which covers your channel 38, or 598, 622, or 606, 630. So 38, 39, 40. Lovely. And these digitally tuned 24 meg RF filters are very narrow. It is the best. You can't get any better than this. If you want the utmost protection, RF protection, this is the equipment to have. This digitally tuned antenna distribution module is probably the best digitally tuned in our industry, and I'm proud to say that. So that's the digitally tuned mode, and when we go to mode select, we can have WB mode, meaning wideband mode. As I said, it's not really wide, it's a semi-broadband. And you will see now available bands. Let's start from beginning. 47608, 47663, and some people will recognize the N numbers, and 698. And then you can move this time the high-pass filter to 510, same 3 combinations. Then high-pass filter again, move to 550, 608, 663, and 698. So that gives the flexibility to the user, just in case if they have lots of channels. I'm talking 32 channels, which is very common nowadays on a filming set, and they can't fit it in 24 meg, or they can only use some parts of the 24 meg, and they want to open it a bit, then they can go to semi-broadband band. So this is the major advantage of having narrowband RF. Protection, protection, protection. And that's what we at AudioWireless specialize in. And another thing, if you want 32 meg, 48 meg, it's available. Talk to us. Simple. So the next one, I'm just going to borrow this power. The next one is our transmitter power booster module. And again, it's available only in filtered versions. The reason we only do filtered versions, 1, to comply with the law. 2, we don't want to pollute the spectrum with the harmonics of the transmitter. Remember, when you amplify, you're not just amplifying the carrier, you also amplify the harmonics. And to suppress those harmonics, you have to put a filter. And the frequency ranges of these units, they're specified within the filter range. So that means the operating range for this one is 470, 700 meg. And if I take this unit, the frequency range, which is very popular for UK, 500 to 865. Remember, power boosters, they find their application in a number of places, like car-to-car, long range, or simple IEM applications where you want to run antenna extension cable and put a passive antenna on, but by the time you run a 20-meter antenna extension cable, you have lost all your power. So how are you going to get it back? A power booster with half a dB adjustable gain to compensate your cable losses, and depending on the frequencies you are operating on. In UK, you can have license up to 1 watt. So you have to talk to Ofcom, PSME, and it's licensable.
So this has been quite a popular unit and has caused quite a little stir in the community. Lots of questions. Just give us a little look here through the indentations, or the quantization, if you will, the available options on.
Oh, I see. Okay, what we have, as soon as you put the unit on, you will see the frequency range. If you operate outside this frequency range, you are not going to gain anything, but that's intentional. That's intentional, so that you are transmitting within the law as far as the harmonics are concerned. Okay, so you got the voltmeter, like on all audio wireless products. We believe in people should know what their voltage they are putting, and these devices are, you can operate them between 10 to 18 volts. And then booster gain. Booster gain, how can I put it? Well, depending on the number shown on there, you are amplifying the input's RF signal by that amount. But in RF terms, every 3 dB, you are doubling your power. If you got a 50 milliwatt transmitter, plus 3 will give you 200. Plus 6 will give you 400. Plus 12 will give you 800 milliwatt. If you put 60 milli, if you have a transmitter, 60 milliwatt, you'll get 1 watt out. That's simple as that. As you reduce the numbers, you transmit lower power. As you increase, you got higher power. Simple as that. And it goes from plus 12 to unity, but I don't know why people they want to use unity. If you want to use unity, don't use the box, but it's there.
And this has got a standard Heroes power port,
4-pin
standard wiring.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Show us the port there.
Yeah. The standard 4-pin Heroes, the standard BNC. So input is from your transmitter. Transmitter might be, if it's a base transmitter, it might be BNC to BNC short link, or SMA to BNC. And output is BNC to enable you to put a antenna extension cable or run a long cable and put an antenna, or you might even put a quarter wave antenna on it.
Obviously the BNC is 50 ohm for those who are learning about RF.
Yeah. Everything on this table may always, for us, antenna distribution modules, antenna boosters, antennas, passive or active, all 50 ohms. That's all industry standard for us. RF for us is 50.
Switch here as well. Very
Yeah, you can turn it on and off, and there's an indicator. When there is no LED, it's off. When it's LED, it's on.
And the form factor, you have it quite simple in that you have an input,
output,
and an output.
and then DC in and DC out. And then you go to navigation or setting the menu, and just purely for gain. But you do have options of, you can actually lock the unit, and this lock facility is actually, I didn't mention before, but it's available on all of our distribution systems as well, and the antenna boosters. So it stops people accidentally changing the settings. So that's a very useful thing.
So then, what else have you got at the end of the table here, sir?
Then we have half view rack antenna distribution systems. This is a 2x4 in and 2x2 output. It's going to be digitally tuned all the way from 472 DME band. Very flexible unit. It designed mainly to be in front of other radio mic racks, like A10 racks or Visicom rack, or they call them sound devices nowadays, those racks. But it doesn't stop you if you've got a quad receiver, so you can have 2 quad receivers, 8 channel, but you have 4 zone. And again, the box is built from CNC machined aluminium. It's not a tin.
Look at the front and back again.
Again, DC input, and all the inputs are individually strips of RF, filtered, attenuated, gain, you name it, on both sides, combined and filtered out on 2 ports. On the digital version, you can configure each output. They can be on different frequency bands. One can be in 700 meg, one can be in 800 meg, for example. So you have all these flexibilities.
Let's have a look at the front of that.
And front, again, a very big display with indicators indicating antenna active powering status, and navigation system similar to other distribution boxes, or I should used to say antenna distribution boxes.
So, what's the availability of each of these
Okay,
these different units at the moment?
the antenna combiner is available. It's in stock from today. It's available. It's on the website. The antenna distribution 6-way multiband is also available. It's not on the website yet, but it will be. But it's available, so you can order it. The 4-way, it's available in 2 models. One with external powering, and other model without external powering. A good news, the new 4-way and 6-way antenna distribution systems now will come as a bundle with cables, SMA to SMA cables, and short RF input BNC cables.
It's very useful as a package to pick up.
Yeah. So when you get one of the new ones, that's what you're gonna get.
Fantastic. And the other units you have here?
So combiner is ready, multiband is ready, single band not yet, but we still got the earlier version. 4-ways are also ready, available. Digitally tuned, they have been around nearly a year, these new versions. And our popular power booster has been around 2 years, if not more. And half 19-inch rank, hopefully in the new year, will be available. Not yet.
January, February, March, maybe?
Probably March, April. Yeah.
Fantastic. And just while you've got them up flying, just
Well, this is our diversity antenna, and I'm sure most of you are familiar with. And active antennas, we have a number of versions, but this one is digitally tuned version, 24 meg tunable in 8 meg steps. But we do semi-broadband as well, and wideband in active. all that information is on the website. And we also do a dual band. You have 470-700 meg, and then you have 960-1164. That's the DME band. So you can either have both filters at the same time, or you can have just 470 to 700 on its own, or you can have DME band on its own. So you have all this flexibility in that one single unit.
And all of these will be available on the website?
They're all on the website.
If you could remind us what that is, sir. If you could remind us what the website is?
Nice beard, Aldo.
Website is audiowireless.co.uk, product online shop.
Fantastic. Well, that's Audio Wireless and audio at IPS 2024.